It's on.
RockRageRadio.com. Facemelter once again. Rise Above Fest 2015, 3rd annual, Bangor, Maine. And I'm on the Butcher Babies tour bus. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, once again. And I'm with Heidi and Carla. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Holy crap. The Jesus song when you had your game with
The Climb of
the crowd
Life.
surfing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, it
How
was
long
a
you
great
guys
day
been
for
doing
crowd
that?
Couple
Since
years.
Mayhem Festival, I think we've been doing that, right?
I think we started it right after Mayhem, and
I thought so because you were here at Mayhem 2 years ago and I didn't see it then.
Yeah, we were just kind of getting our feet wet in the festival area at that point, and now we realize that the festivals, they want to move.
Yes.
And we figure it's a great way to get people to move. You can get all the new crowd surfers involved. You
Right.
can get all the old ones involved. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity for people to
And you get them
really
involved.
get into the show.
And they'll remember it, they'll tell people about it, and they'll come back.
And we love it because it's, we went on at 1:30 in the afternoon. People still want to crowd surf. They want to start partying early. They want to have fun early. We love it.
We were watching and like shoes are flying everywhere. I'm like, okay,
Oh my God, there
it's
was
on, baby, it's on.
We've
Let's
got
go.
we've got a
shoe
collection of
come
left
up.
shoes like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I need a bright one now. No, there were hats playing on stage. So I put one on.
Sunglasses,
halfway
cell
through.
phones. I feel bad about the cell phones. Sorry about the cell phones.
Yeah, these poor kids losing their cell phones. in the fight.
And I'm so glad you're a headbanger. And I'm not trying to
of
embarrass you right
course.
now, but we were stalking you. And after the French guy took the picture, I saw you bang your head on the mirror. And we were like, oh no. And I'm like,
I
I'm like,
know.
don't worry, she's a headbanger.
I don't-
She's used
I
to it.
You don't
actually-
even
I
know
felt it at first, but I don't feel
No.
it anymore. It went away.
Well,
But
you
I
do
was-
have a bump there. Oh my god.
No, those were extensions.
Oh, okay.
We
How do you
have the
think we
worst
get the
luck.
hair for it? You know.
We fall off stages. We trip over the most ridiculous things. We're both very accident prone, especially before tours start. We have a joke that we should be locked up and just kept
padded
away in a
rooms.
padded room before tour starts because we are so accident prone.
Good insurance though.
We're broke. We don't have any insurance.
Poor metal musicians, of course not. No, we're like scraping pennies together, trying to make a dime here. So, no, before we left on tour this time, I hit my head on the bottom of a pool.
Yeah.
I got in a fight at the bottom of a pool.
You got in a
I
fight
have
at
a
the bottom of a pool?
Call her name.
With the bottom of a pool.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a scar on my forehead now, and it completely bruised the whole front of my face.
Glorious.
I dove in face first, as I
I
always
tore
do.
a retina last summer. Thank God we didn't have any tours planned because I had to lay face down in bed for a month,
Jiminy
waiting for
Christmas.
my eyeball to heal. So we're both of us.
But this
just
always
total
happens. Like
War-
shit happens,
warrior
man.
goddesses, ladies and gentlemen. But you're still both extremely beautiful. No
thank
scars
you.
are going to change that. That's for sure.
No way, Jose.
So at
I
Rock,
was.
you guys know Rock Rage Radio. You talked to
Yes.
the Metal Messiah, I think Rockville a few weeks ago,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He's always a trip. I'm not going to ask the same crazy questions that he does. But you guys know that we love Goliath. We've played tons of songs from that record on Rock Rage. Tell us about the new record. I know you've been working on it for a while. You're really excited. It's coming out later in the summer, right?
It's so good. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. We went back to our thrash metal roots for this CD. With Goliath, we got a little bit more melodic.
Yeah.
And which we felt, I think we kind of felt like we needed to do that. We needed to prove that we could do all this stuff, not only to the public, but to ourselves. You
Sure.
know? It was a very emotional album that called for that kind of treatment, I think. But we wanted to go back to our thrash
Back
metal
to your
roots for
roots.
this one. And it's so good. It's so heavy.
Can you give us a
Even
little
though-
more of a tease on the title? I know you wouldn't
No.
know that before. Okay.
No,
All right.
but what we will say is that our label and our management hated
I know.
the
that's what you said.
title, blah blah blah.
Like, are you guys
But
crazy?
it'll be out soon, so
Okay.
you'll see.
So you've been on the Black Widow tour for a while.
Yes, that's so much fun. Anytime we get to tour within this moment is just a blast. I mean, they're great people, a great band, a great live band. Our crowds fit so well together, and the mutual respect is just incredible. On that tour, as well as Upon a Burning Body, who I've been a fan of for a long
Badass.
time, and to finally tour with them, they're really cool dudes. The Nearly Deads, this new band with a female, a chick in front, and it's so much fun to have the camaraderie on a tour.
So
where
like
you
with
can all
Maria,
just sit and hang out.
BFFs forever.
I mean, we BFF forever. That's,
Yeah, it's
no, yeah. I mean,
addicts.
the thing is that Maria gets it.
Yes.
She gets it what it's like to be, you know, a girl in this industry. She's been at it for a really long time. A couple years ago, Carla and I ran into Maria completely by chance at a small underground bar in Los Angeles.
Cool.
So weird.
Yeah,
we're walking around Hollywood.
Probably one of the few people that knew who she was, right?
Well, no,
At the
well,
time.
but no, this was just a couple years
Oh,
ago,
okay.
right before our first tour with
Oh,
them.
okay.
And the bar is just tiny. You don't know it unless. I mean, we
You have
actually
to
stumbled.
know where it is.
Well,
right?
we stumbled upon it.
Oh,
It was
okay.
actually an accident. We parked by it, had no idea. I lived right next to it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had no idea it existed. So we walk in, we're like, "Ooh, this looks cool, something new." We walk in, and Maria's down there, so random, and we're having a conversation about everything. And she just, you know, gives us really good advice on being a female in this industry, and you know, for every girl. There's shit that will always be said on the internet everywhere.
Right.
She just was like, you know what, babes?
Is that what she calls you?
Babes. don't read anything. Don't listen to anything
Just do
because
your
you
thing.
are doing good what you're
Do
doing.
what you believe in.
And it's
confess,
nice
I do
to
read
have-
sometimes, but I laugh at it. I laugh at you guys
But
and your
it's-
negative comments.
It's nice to have, you know, that support from other girls in this business.
Your
Us
peers.
girls, we have to stick together.
And we're lucky that we have each other. You know,
Yeah.
Heidi and I have
Right.
our little back area. This tour is the first tour we've gotten to share a little a back lounge together. So there's 2
Nice.
pull-out beds, and that's been our little bedroom the whole tour. And we literally giggle all night long
Until we
Little
fall
school
asleep.
girls
It's
until
so
we fall
fun.
asleep.
Read each other's stories.
And
Yeah, of course.
fun
the
and
internet.
chat and talk.
It's good.
Oh, nice. Speaking of in this moment, what was the moment for you when you were younger where you're like, this is what I'm going to do? I mean, I know the whole plasmatics thing, but maybe 10 years ago, were you inspired by bands like OTEP or, you know, Crisis, Walls of Jericho,
it wasn't.
maybe?
It honestly wasn't female fronted that did it at all. Not at
nice,
all.
Nice with the Anthrax shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's my second
One of my
favorite band ever.
Second favorite. Who's the first? Who's better than Anthrax?
Rush.
I
Oh,
love
there we
Rush.
go.
I love Rush.
You know, it wasn't at all female fronted that really did it for me. It was
For me.
Slipknot. Yeah. Here's the thing: is that we're looking towards a day and age when it's
People
not
aren't even. They're not
classified.
even going to bring it up.
It's not classified as female fronted. You know, to be like, oh, you're a girl in this industry, so you're obviously influenced by OTEP
And
or
it's always-
Crisis.
it's not so
It's
obvious.
not that. It's not that way.
As kids,
I mean,
we were just looking to be inspired.
Mine
Kids are
was-
looking to be inspired by anybody, whether it's male or female.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I used to sneak away to the skate park. My parents would not let me listen to rock or metal, and I would tell my parents I was going running, and I would sneak away because I was a track athlete. So I would tell them I'm going running, I'd sneak away to the skate park, hang out with my friends, and there were these kids who would listen to Slipknot, Korn, Limp Bizkit, and that's what they would skate to. And there was this kid wearing a Slipknot shirt, and I looked at that shirt, and it scared me. I was like 13 years old.
Right,
It scared me. I was
right.
just like, wow. And I was intrigued. And that's even carried into my adulthood. I'm intrigued by things that scare me. And I started listening to Slipknot, started listening to Korn, and I think in that moment, you know, the very moment for me, I borrowed my friend's Korn CD. My mom found it in my closet, so I would sit in my closet and listen. She found it and broke it in half in front of my face.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, fuck you, Mom. This is what I'm doing my whole life. Now she's super supportive, of
course.
you know. But,
That's what
but
happened with
Carla
me.
she has.
I was the kid that grew up listening to thrash metal, the Vax Fans, all the Burnout Kids, you know, Slayer,
Yeah.
Anthrax, you know, old school Metallica. But I think the moment for me was, you know, when you're a kid, you listen to whatever's on pop radio.
Right.
But there's a moment when you hear a certain band, and for me, that band was Guns N' Roses. That was my introduction to rock and roll.
Nice.
And I was sitting in the back of my stepfather's car, and the opening line of Welcome to the Jungle came on. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I heard Axl Rose.
So that was the moment.
And that was the moment when I knew that I wanted to play music, and I wanted to, you know, explore that whole thing. And then I saw Slash too. And, you know, I'm a mixed kid. I grew up in Detroit,
Yeah.
and Detroit's very racially divided.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not supposed to, if you're a black kid, you're not supposed to like rock and roll. But there was Slash playing guitar in a rock and roll band, and that inspired me greatly. I'm like, I can do this. I want to do this. And like I said, I eventually got into much heavier music.
Sure.
But that was what started it for me, definitely Guns N' Roses.
Nice. My dad took away my Gene Simmons solo album. Hit it on me.
Ah!
I found it like 10 years later and it was all war.
Like, how dare
Look what it did to me, and then a few years later, I got a picture with Gene's. Like,
There
F
you
you,
go.
Dad. F
There
you.
go. That's how it goes, right?
I heard you girls talking. You loved Australia.
Yes.
Hang with the koalas at festival.
How can you
out
not
there.
love Australia? It's a beautiful place, and the koalas. And
Well, just
kangaroos.
thanks for cementing the fact that I want to go there. Because
Yeah, it's
you were
gorgeous.
so excited about it. It's like, okay, I'm going. August, let's see, you hit the road with Gore and
That's not going to be any fun.
Not at all.
We love Battlecross. They're my hometown boys, Detroit boys.
And we did Mayhem with them a couple years ago,
They're
yeah.
Those
amazing
guys
people, and we are
so
so excited.
They
to-
played Mayhem here. Yeah, last time you were here, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That
we're
was-
pumped. I mean, those guys are good friends of ours, love their music. Their
Hopefully,
stage
Gore
shows
gets their shit
fantastic.
figured out because the thing with
They
the
will.
singer.
Gore
We're not
always
worried
has their
about
shit
it.
figured out.
They'll figure it out.
Gore is like that's kind of a staple in a metal band's career to tour with Gore, so we're pretty pumped
Right.
on that.
All right, so the new record, August?
Yeah.
We don't have a title yet. They won't tell us. God damn it!
Sorry. You'll love it when you
Building
get
up the anticipation, I guess. I don't
But
know.
get it in August and check out the Babes. They're going to be on tour
The
forever.
Bleh.
I thought that's what Maria called you.
I know, but that's not what we like. You
The
know,
Butcher Babes.
babies.
I love
That
you.
actually really bothers me when people get that name wrong.
I
When
hate
people think
that.
that our name is Butcher Babes. Why would we ever name ourselves Butcher Babes?
Fucking
It's
hate
terrible.
that more than anything.
Maybe
So,
I shouldn't have said
now
that
you know.
with the claws. I see the claws.
Rawr.
Carla and Heidi from Butcher Babies, Rock Rage Radio, Rise Above Fest, Bangor, Maine. Thanks for coming in today, people.
Thank you.